We'll start off with Chris Stock of InsideTheU. Chris?
Hey, Xavier. I was just wondering if you could tell us more about the players only meeting. Why was it important to you personally, and then what do you think it accomplished?
For sure. I mean, I'm gonna keep, what was said on the inside, because that's for us. But I mean, we just basically just went over what's important to this team and, set boundaries and let people know that, that we haven't played our best ball yet. We haven't put our best, team on film yet. So again, just emphasizing, internally getting better. I think that was the biggest emphasis in this meeting.
Next, we'll go to Matt Trudell at Kane Sport. Matt?
Yeah, hey, X. So somewhat along those lines, the team obviously worked hard to improve during the bye week. Can you notice some of that? Like, did you sense that, hey, we got better over these last, whatever it's been now, 9-10 days?
For sure. I mean, guys are, being more involved inside the building. Guys, just really showing that they want to be better, showing that they want to take the next step into becoming a championship team. And yeah, I mean, you could definitely see it. If you're around the building, you could smell the air, you could feel the, energy around the building.
Our next question comes from Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan?
Yeah, hey there, actually one more on the meeting. Just teams that are 6-0, you usually don't hear them saying, okay, we're having a meeting like this. Just the fact that you guys are putting the onus on yourselves to find ways to improve, to find ways to keep raising the bar even when you're 6-0. Just what does that say about this team that you guys are willing to do that and openly receptive to doing something like this?
For sure. I mean, I feel like that's why, this year is different. Guys on the team, are not satisfied with 6-0. Again, I'm going to say it over and over again. We haven't played our best ball yet. There's a very, very long way to go. Definitely reachable, and it's right in the palm of our hands. We just have to, execute better. And everybody knows that. And that's why, we keep striving for better and better and not satisfied.
And then I wanted to ask you a question about Coach Cristobal. You've been around him for 3 years now. He told us yesterday that so far this season has been one of the most fun for him to coach. Just we see the serious side of him, we see the business side of him. But what's he like behind the scenes when you guys are in that celebration mode after wins? Just being able to see that other side of him that we don't get to see. What is he like away from the field after a win? What's it like seeing a celebratory Mario Cristobal?
For sure. I mean, always on his mind is, get better, and win. He does acknowledge that, winning is very hard. It may be simple, but it's very, very hard at the FBS level. And, at the same time, he is just super happy for us because he knows that, the work that we've put in on Green Tree, and he knows that, again, it's not easy to win. So he is very, very, aware of that and lets us know. But I mean, he is always, on trying to get better, and that's why we respect him so much as our leader.
We'll do a couple more for X. We'll go to Alex Dono from Locked On Canes. Alex?
Hey, X, you've been on this team longer than most, and you're on the leadership council. How have you seen the whole player-led mentality really evolve over the last few years? Of course, I'm sure that was instrumental on you guys having the team players-only meeting last week. So how have you seen the leadership evolve, and what sort of a role do some of the other members of that leadership council play with you?
No doubt. I feel as if, there's people on the team that lead and the people on the team that understand who the leaders are. Everyone understands their role on this team. Everyone knows that, leading is not only for a certain amount of guys, it's a team culture. So if you see something bad happening or see something wrong that's not upholding our team culture, let it be known. And everyone, put their egos aside. I feel like that's the biggest thing. We do not have egos in this building. And if we see somebody that has an ego or anything like that, we call it out. So, I mean, again, no group of guys I'd rather be around. Everyone on the team, again, knows, their roles and stuff like that. So I feel like, just the team is just an amazing spot right now.
We'll wrap up for X with Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam?
Hey, X, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
Good. So I don't have the exact record in front of me, but I know Miami in general has struggled coming out of bye weeks for a little while now. Just what are you guys doing to make sure you keep focused and don't come out flat against Louisville on Saturday?
For sure. I mean, we're versing a really, really good defense. Louisville is very, very talented. They have tons of guys on their secondary that are advanced, that have played a lot of college football, and that just fly around. Guys up front that are just relentless, try to get after people. And we just respect them a lot. So, again, on Green Tree, today, tomorrow, Thursday, we're just going to, give our all for each other, knowing that, the secret recipe to winning is practicing hard. So, again, we respect those guys a ton. Again, what's ever in the past is in the past. All we know is that we have a really good football team right now, about to verse a really good football team up in Kentucky. And again, we're just going to bring our all.
We'll start off with Chris Stock from InsideTheU. Chris?
Yeah, hey, Simeon. Coach Cristobal had some positive things to say about you yesterday. I was just curious, what do you make of your season that you've had so far?
Man, it's been great, man. Learning defense well, getting to play faster, and the guys around me helping me make my plays, man. We're having a great scheme and having a great defensive front, back end, and linebackers. That's helped me be successful.
Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam?
Hey, Simeon, how's it going?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. So you guys have been pretty good at stopping the run so far this year. Just what do you think's been working so well in the run defense?
Man, we try to play physical and fast and try to knock the line of scrimmage back, man. We try to play on a different side of the ball, man. We're just going to keep on playing like that, and I feel like we're just getting better and better as we learn the defense more.
And then X said in a TV interview last week that you guys had a players-only meeting. I mean, what can you tell us about that, how that went, like what the topics were in that meeting?
Well, as a unit, we feel like we've been slacking and we need to do a lot better because we got a great challenge ahead of us, and we feel like we haven't put our best foot forward. And we just hone in on each other to be more successful and do your job. That's all.
Next, we'll go to Matt Shadell of Kane Sport. Matt?
Hey, Simeon. So I want to. That's all good. So you mentioned that as a unit, you feel you've been slacking. You have to do a lot better. Can you offer sort of any specifics on that? Like, what areas do you feel have been slacking that can really take a step up now?
Man, just the whole defense, man. We just got to all play together. That's all, and do our job. That's all it is. It's just the whole defense. We just got to keep on. Whatever scheme the coach call, we just got to do our job and execute at a high level.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan?
Yeah, hey there, Simeon. With that team meeting, I mean, usually those type of things happen when teams are 0-6, 1-5 this time of year. With you guys 6-0, but yet also understanding where you guys are and how much you guys still have to grow, what does that say about you guys that you're taking that upon yourselves to do that, to recognize where you guys still have areas to grow?
Well, we have high standards for ourselves, man. We want to go 1-0 every week, and at the end of the day, we want to put our best foot forward. We know we can do, we know what we got, and know what we're capable to do. We want to win every game and be 1-0 every week and every day. So that just shows that we got great guys great guys with us, and that we're great heads on their shoulders. That's all.
And then I wanted to ask you something about Coach Cristobal. I mean, we see the business side of him. We see the serious side of him. He told us yesterday that this season has been one of the most fun he's had coaching. How much do you see that side of him, whether it's during practice or during the celebrations after games, just seeing the side of Coach Cristobal that we usually don't see from the outside?
Man, that's our guy, man. He's a juice-up guy. He wants us all to succeed, and we just love him, man. Like, y'all don't see that side, but that's a dude, and everybody love him, and he's passionate about this, and he's passionate about us, first and foremost.
We'll do a few more for Simeon. Next, we'll go to Alex Dono from Locked On Canes. Alex?
Hey, Simeon, I'm curious, what do you see on film from Louisville quarterback Tyler Shuck, their offensive line, and what do you think are going to be the biggest challenges there this week?
Man, they got a great team. They got a great O-line, great quarterback, great running back. I feel like it's going to be a good challenge for us, and I feel like we just got to execute, and it's going to be a great battle coming up this Saturday.
Next, we'll go to Christian Prosia from New Era Prep. Christian?
Hey, Simeon, how's it going, man?
How you doing, man?
Louisville's been a definite run-heavy offense, 11 total touchdowns for their ground game. Could we talk about how, as a unit, you guys have really game planned to shut down a very explosive run game?
Well, we got a great game plan. We've been game planning since our bye week, and we understand it. We know they got a good running back, good set of old linemen, and we know that is going to be a challenge for us. But we're looking forward for it.
We'll wrap up for Simeon with Adam Lichtenstein, the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey again. Obviously, I know this is your first year with the team, but in recent years, Miami's had some trouble coming out of bye weeks. Just how do you guys make sure you stay focused, stay energized even after a week off?
Like I said earlier, we got great guys and people with great heads on their shoulders, and we know what it takes, and what we got to do. And we see somebody slacking, we pick them up immediately because we know what we want, and we know we want to go 1-0 every week.
We'll start off with Chris Stock of InsideTheU. Chris?
Yeah, just looking at the first two ACC games, what stood out to you as things the defense needs to improve on moving forward here?
I mean, I think there's always room for improvement. We're always working towards perfecting our craft. We're always working towards, being the best version of ourselves. So I think there's still a lot of things that we need to prove and things that we need to work on, such as getting our reads right, blitz, pass block, or pass rush, and tackling, mostly tackling. So emphasizing all of those things throughout practice is a key point of to get success.
Next, we'll go to Matt Shadell at CaneSport. Matt?
Hey, Kiko. Can you sort of, I know the team used the bye week to sort of self-evaluate itself. Can you evaluate how you feel you've been playing, and specifically the last two games, how you feel you've done? And, you mentioned there's room for improvement. Like, where is the room for improvement with your game, perhaps?
I think for myself, I still got a lot of things to work on. There's a couple stuff that happened during game, and it shows up. So I think for myself, emphasizing those main things, just to get myself to in a better position to play the game of football. So just getting my eyes right and hitting gaps faster. So yep.
Our next question comes from Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Yeah, hey there, Kiko. X mentioned on a TV interview last week, you guys had a players-only meeting during the bye week. Obviously, those type of things that happen usually with teams that are 0-6, 1-5, 2-4, what have you. Just the fact that you guys are doing that while you're 6-0, knowing that you still have room to grow, you have things that you guys want to get better at. What does that say about the team that you guys are doing that while you guys are 6-0?
I mean, everybody's just hungry. Everybody buys into the culture, and I think leaders on this team are stepping up. To really lead everybody towards the right mindset to get better every single day. We know for ourselves that we haven't played our best football yet, so just being able to get everybody on the same page and get everybody on the same mindset, so we can play fast and have a great mindset coming up from a bye week. So it's never easy to come back from a bye week. So, for ourselves, we need to get back to our groove to play Miami Hurricane football.
And then I wanted to ask you about Simeon Barrow. It seems like he's finally hit his stride over the last 2-3 games. Just what have you seen from him being a guy who plays so close to him?
I mean, Simeon Barrow's been a dog. You see it every time he practices. He practices hard. He practices with physicality and speed. So it's never a surprise when he shows up in game day. He's a big dude, strong dude that can run to the ball. So, he's always a guy. It's fun to play with. So I'm glad he's on our team.
We'll do a couple more for Kiko. Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein, the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Kiko, how's it going?
Good, yourself?
Good. So back on the topic of the players only meeting, just I know you're one of the leaders of the team. Whose idea was that, and how does that kind of spread? How do you organize that kind of on a short notice kind of thing?
I think it was everybody's on the leadership council on the idea. Everybody just pitched in, and I think everybody wanted to echo our message towards the whole team. So we wanted to say something to the team to keep everybody on the same page. So when the time comes, we perform at a high level. So it was everybody.
And then how do you organize that? Do you use is like a group chat, like a group text message where you just text everyone saying, "Hey, meet here"?
We meet after practice every Monday. So every Monday after practice, we meet as a leadership council just to go over the things that we need to work on and the things that we need to get better at, fix immediately. So when game times, it's not a problem. It was something that we needed to get out to the team, so we on the same page.
Gotcha. And then one more thing. We're not talking to Wesley today, but just how have you seen him grow? He's having a really good season, just from when you got here, like in spring of last year to where he is now.
Yeah, I mean, Wes is just a dog. Like he performs at a high level and he competes at a high level. So he brings the physicality, and he's always around the ball. He's very instinctive, and it's no surprise because he worked on it the whole off season and summer. So when the game came, it looked easy to him. So I'm glad and to be part of his teammate, and he's up to that role where he's the guy. So yeah.
Function. We'll start off with Chris Stock from Inside the U. Chris.
Yeah, hey Zach, what do you think needs to improve with the interior offensive line to find more success in the run game with your backs there?
We gotta be more physical, point blank. I mean, that's where it starts. That's where the game starts up front. And I feel like we came out a little slow, a little soft, to be honest with you, the last couple of games. But that's a big emphasis this week is to really just hit, be violent, make the first strike. I think that's going to help us out a lot.
Next, we'll go to Matt Shadell at Kane Sport. Matt.
Yeah, hey Zach, thanks for taking the time. Coach said that Jalen Rivers is coming back this game. I know you've only played with him one game, but what's your sense of how big an impact that can make in terms of helping this entire line maybe, be violent, be what you said it can be?
It'll be big. I mean, Jalen's a great player. Markel's a great player too, but I think it's good to, have him back. He's a seasoned guy, a veteran. But like I said, I mean, this is a group sport, especially at O-line, where we work as a unit, and we all have to get better at being physical.
Next question comes from Jordan McPherson of the Miami.
Yeah, hey there, Zach. Two questions. First off, for you, I know you mentioned it's a team sport, but for you, how do you feel you have gelled with the group now that you're halfway through the season? You've had some time. Then how do you feel like your season has gone to this point?
I feel like I've done some good things, but there's always things that you can get better at. I'm never satisfied. I never feel like I've arrived. I mean, but that's the mentality you have to have. You want to get to the next level.
And then I wanted to ask you about Coach Cristobal. I mean, we see the business side, the serious side of him during game day when we get to talk with him, but he mentioned to us yesterday that this is the most fun he's had coaching this season. Just what do you guys see from him behind the scenes? How much of that looser side of Coach Cristobal do you see, whether it's at points during practices or during the celebrations after wins? How much of that side do you see of him, and what's that side of him like?
I mean, really, during the week, it's a lot of business, but we do have fun when we win. I mean, winning's hard. We like to think it's easy, but it's not. It takes all 22 guys or more, and we gotta, execute, do our job. So when we win, it's nice to let loose a little bit, enjoy the win. But it's also important that we lock in during the week and prepare to the best of our ability.
We'll do a few more for Zach. Next, we'll go to Christian Procia from New Era Prep. Christian.
Hey Zach, how's it going, man?
Good.
So Louisville is a very talented pass rush, 11 sacks on the year, headlined by a guy like Ashton Gillette on the edge. How is the offensive line core really prepped for a very talented Louisville defense?
I mean, they are very talented. We have to be on our game, but nameless, faceless opponents. That's how we had to approach every week. Because it's not about them, it's about us. It's about us executing, us doing our job.
We'll wrap up for Zach with Adam Lichtenstein in the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey Zach, how's it going?
Good.
So X talked about on a TV interview last week, and I was just asking Simeon about it now. You guys had a players only meeting during the week. Just what was kind of the tenor and the mood of that meeting? Obviously, you guys are 6-0, but could be playing better, I'm sure in your own eyes. Just how did that meeting go?
I thought it went well. Team was very receptive. Like I've been saying, yeah, we've been winning, but there's a lot of meat left on the bone. We all know that. So it was important we got together and we just figure out what our goals are, what our identity is. Come together coming into the last half of the season. We don't want to fall apart.